What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another vlog. And today's vlog is probably one that you guys do not want to miss, because I'm gonna outline exactly how much I've spent to get my car to be pretty much the same as a ZL1 when it comes to quarter-mile times and trap speed. Obviously not the same car, but you can get the car to be just as fast. Now, before we get to talking about it, let's go ahead and pull the car out so I can have a little nice backdrop and give you guys that nice cold startup. This car hasn't been turned on in about a week, so let's see how it sounds. Smells so good too. That's that E85 smelling beautiful. Let me pull the car out and then grab my little cheat sheet and go through all the different things that this car's got. Alright guys, so I've got my little cheat sheet here with all the prices and parts that I've got, and these parts are going to be basically what you need to get the car to where it's at. So we've got a 2019 Camaro SS. It's got the 6.2 liter LT1 with the 10-speed transmission, and of course a bunch of other stuff which we're going to go over right now. So when it comes to comparing a Camaro SS to a ZL1, I'll be the first to say there's really not a comparison. There's two different cars, but if you're looking for just straight line speed and to be competitive with the ZL1, you can get ZL1 performance out of your SS without paying that ZL1 price tag. Now granted, a lot of the ZL1s used are starting to come down in price quite a bit, so you can almost get the ZL1 for the price of a brand new Camaro, which is impressive, for a brand new SS, which is really impressive and pretty big bargain if you ask me. But this car comes with about 10 horsepower to the wheels stock, and we've since then added, I would say, about 50 or so horsepower. So currently the car, the way it sits now, has headers, X-pipe, E85 intake, and I recently put a throttle body, but we have not gone to the track to test that yet. And the car with the mods, not including the throttle body, has gone an 1160 at 121 miles an hour. Now if you look around, depending on the DA and things like that, a stock ZL1 is probably going to trap anywhere between 121 to 123 miles per hour, give or take. I've seen some on some bad DA only trap 120, so that's right around the same as what this car's been able to do, trapping about 121. So speed wise, guys, we are already where a stock ZL1 is with the mods that we've got, and time wise, the ZL1s can still, if they can grab and hook with a good tire, run a little faster. They can usually get around 11.3, 11.4 range, completely bone stock, and about 122, 123. So we're not very far off, but I think with the throttle body and one other mod that I've already got, surprisingly I wasn't expecting to get, and I'll show you guys here in a little bit, this car should be a bit faster than a ZL1, and hopefully when we take it to the track, trap around 124 to 25 miles an hour, making it certifiably faster than a stock ZL1. So number one, headers. Now for headers, there's a lot of options that you can get for the car. Some are a lot more costly than others, but for me, I went with the most cost-effective option, which is from Speed Engineering. Their full 1 7/8 headers with the full non-catted mid X-pipe section that bolts right up to stock axlebacks only cost me $550. So The headers alone was $550, which is a really cheap price, and the quality's been great. I had zero fitment issues, and everything's been working beautifully. Number two, we've got our tune. And our tune, roughly for a tune, you're gonna be paying around $600. But if you go through some type of remote tuning, it might be a little bit more expensive, since you have to buy the HP tuners and some credits and things like that. So for tuning, it can range from $600 to $1,200, give or take. So depends on your situation, but you can do it for $600. Next, we've got the Rotofab dry air intake, and that was $450. So the Rotofab air intake, not, from my understanding, complete necessity, but it does help. Everything helps, and that was $450. We've got our flex fuel sensor. So the flex fuel sensor, to be able to run E85 in this car, that was $225, and I got that from Lethal Garage. One of the most economical, easy plug-and-play kits. Comes with everything you need to just direct plug and play. Just that alone is where the car's been able to run, using just those mods, the headers, the intake, and the E85. The car's been able to run a trap speed of 121 miles an hour, and with drag radials, which I'll go into the cost of that, run an 1160. But in the case of just pure speed, 121 miles an hour, just with that mods, which is very close, if not about the same as a ZL1. Now, I've just recently purchased this 95mm ZR1 throttle body that's ported by Solar, and that one retails for $535 new and ported, and it requires this adapter plate, which is another $50, so roughly around a little under $600 for the ported throttle body. And the adapter is only needed if you're running a stock LT1 intake, so that should help me a little bit, but really give me the most gains once we replace that stock LT1 manifold with something better. And so that is something we're going to be testing out at the track, guys, and that's about $600. Now, guys, what's really exciting is that I was able to find a very good deal on the last and final bolt-on piece for this car, and that, of course, is the MSD atomic intake, guys. And this thing has a much bigger opening, and overall is very good if you're trying to run good times at the track, specifically on a 10 speed, which maintains its RPM very high, because that's where this thing has the best flow. And of course, this one has been ported, as you can see, and this is a unit that has been ported by Prey Performance, and if you guys know who they are, they do really great jobs. So we've got the Prey Performance Atomic MSD intake, and that is brand new from Prey, $1,500, and I was able to get this for about $1,100, so definitely got a discount on that. But we've got the MSD Atomic, which is going to be going on here pretty soon, but first I want to go to the track with just the ported throttle body and see if that helps any, and then we'll be putting this on here shortly in the next week or so and go back to the track, because with the MSD intake manifold, the car should pick up quite a bit of speed up in the top end and get me to around 124 125 mile an hour trap speed, and that is definitely going to be much faster than a stock ZL1. So I've thrown out a bunch of numbers, a bunch of prices on different parts, but here's what you want to know, and that is, what does it cost to get a Camaro SS to be faster than a ZL1? And basically I'm summing up all the parts, including the not installed yet MSD ported intake and the ported throttle body, which should be making this car a little bit faster than it already is. And that, guys, is $3,860. So for right under $4,000, this car, Camaro SS, will be very fast, and a lot faster actually than a ZL1. The trap speeds you're going to be experiencing with this car should be a couple miles faster than a stock ZL1. So when you take into account, if you're trying to buy new, guys, this car cost me $40,000. A brand new ZL1 would have cost me $63,000 to $64,000. So almost $20,000 to $25,000 more to get a ZL1, and for just $4,000 I'm able to get a brand new car. And of course I'm comparing new to new here. Brand new car to run very similar times and faster times than a stock ZL1. The warranty's pretty much gone, but the mods that we've done to this car, guys, are very minimal. I mean, we're not introducing any type of boost or extra pressure. It's very simple bolt-on mods that with the right calibration, a right tune, will easily have this engine living on forever. Good maintenance, proper maintenance. You're not draining any extra force on the engine, and the engine will last